क्या फर्क पड़ता है, कोई दिक्कत नहीं, पता नहीं, जो हमारी राय तो हमारी राय, nothing to do, nowhere to go. देखो सुनो मत बोलो, wherever whenever whatever you are, be 100% कर्नाटक, किसी को आओ मत कहो, किसी को जाओ मत कहो, ना कुछ पाना ना कुछ खोना. Who asked you live at zero complete level? मौज में रहो, be happy. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः. तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः. When we study scriptures like Bhagavad Gita, it is necessary to understand what is the purport of a particular statement. What we call in English as the moral of the story. In technical language, we call it as Tatparya Nirnay. About this, I'll tell you a small story. Once I was talking somewhere, and one old man was sitting in the front on the floor and listening with great interest. And I told a story. The story was, there was one fish from the sea. He happened to go to a well, and in that well there was a well frog. And this happened in India, therefore the frog was Indian. The Indian frogs will always keep on asking, where are you from? What is your name? Why you have come here? So the Indian frog started. So that fish told, I am fish. Okay. Where are you from? From ocean. What is ocean? Ocean is water. How much water? The fish kept quiet. So the frog said, this much water. The fish has a problem, he doesn't have neck. So only tail he moved like this. No. Then that frog brought two hands together. This much water? No. This much water? No. He took a leap within the waters. No. Finally, he got frustrated and jumped from diagonally from wall to wall. This much, as a sarcasm. Then the fish said, no, Baba. Then how much? Come, let's go to the sea. They came to the sea. Now the fish is asking, tell me how much is the water? So the frog kept quiet. This is the story. So when this story was told, that old person sitting in the front, he asked me this question. Swamiji, when I looked at him, he was so innocent. I couldn't say no to him. Swamiji, how the fish has gone to the well? So I told, by Kingfisher Airlines. Now tell me, what is the purpose of this story? See? The purpose of the story is a person who is lost in small little things, he cannot think big. See? We are lost in small little things, Me, my wife, my child, great out of that. See, friends, it should be clearly understood. Therefore, now this story, so what we have learned, what is the moral of the story or Tatparya Nirnay? Why this story was told? This story was told to communicate a principle which we will not forget now. Next time you think about frog and fish, you will remember me and the story. Is it not? How important it is. Similarly, when we study Bhagavad Gita, we must understand what is the moral of the story, what is the moral of Bhagavad Gita, what is the purpose. So, the second principle is that the unknown is indicated with reference to the known. Who is this Nicholas? I don't know. Swamiji, he is Bhaktan's son. Oh, Bhaktan I know. See? Now, after I know him as somebody's son whom I know, thereafter I don't require the reference. See? Exactly the same way. What we know? We know our body and health problem. Swamiji, I don't know, my knees are giving too much of pain, and why this is happening? So now when somebody talks to us, we have to tell them in such a manner that they come out of these problems. Should we bury them in the problem? Suppose we go to the doctor and we tell doctor these are the things. What will happen? He will tell, "Tum maroge, you will die now." No, he will give you hope and tell how it can be cured. Exactly the same way. There are three things we all know, but we do not learn from that. Yesterday also I told you, today we have to learn. Same thing. Learn from every single experience of your life. If we cannot learn from our experiences of life, even God cannot teach us. And if we learn from our experiences, even God cannot stop us from learning. This, our ability to learn, is Sadguru. Don't hang that Sadguru on the wall. Don't come down, crucified. Don't come down. Sadguru is our ability to learn from every single experience. See, friends. And therefore, when somebody comes and talks to us about health, the other day I went to meet one of my old friend. He is very weak and completely gone case. So he was asking me, Swamiji, how to get over the fear of death? I said, by proper thinking. Thinking is, death is not possible. Nobody dies. How come? I say, you have heard Gita Upanishad for last 30, 40 years. And what you have learned? Bhagavad Gita is not told to how to die, but how to live. See, friends, you have to live, not die. So, he said, pain is here, pain is there, and I can't do this and that. I said, look here. If you have got body problems, you are lucky. Why? You are still alive. Dead body doesn't have any problem. If you do not have any body problems, you are dead. Now, when the body dies, really is anything dying? See? So, the body disintegrates and the material of which it was made, it is returned back. Suppose I have borrowed some $1 million from him, and when I have to return, is it a loss? It was borrowed. In the same manner, these five elements are borrowed together and a body is made, and when the body dies, nothing happens. these elements go back to them. Therefore, with reference to body, remember this. If you have health problems, congratulate yourself, you are still alive. Friends, how important it is. And alive like what? You are living that pain. When somebody is in coma, see? So is he living? He's just a vegetable. And those who are attending to that comatose person, so one person in Delhi, in Mumbai, he invited me for dinner in his house. After my dinner was over, a Gujarati, then he said, Swamiji, our Ma is not well, you please bless her. See, Gujaratis are very smart. After they gave me food, no, I can't say no. Namak haram ho jayega na. So I said, okay. I went to that room where that old lady was lying. She was in coma. One nurse was attending. So I spoke to the nurse. I said, hey, how are you? They are paying you okay? Till you get the next patient, pray to the God that she should continue. And when I was just talking to her, they came to see how I pray for that old lady. Immediately my drama changed. Karnataka. So I took the palm in my hand, that old lady's palm, put my palm on that, kiss my palm. Oh, and did. And then only lip movements. Who can challenge what I am doing? See, friends, like how can I challenge whether you are listening or not? Hey, this Amma with the yellow clothes, move little this side. Ah, I want to see you. I know you don't want to see me. See, so that drama was over. Third day, that man came for my talk, and after everything, he said, Swamiji, thank you very much. I said, what happened? You don't remember me? You came to my house for food that day, 3 days before. I said, it's all gone. Nothing is remaining inside. I don't retain anything, not even memories. No, you came and our Ma was not well, she was in coma, but you came and you prayed. Now my heart started pumping hard. What happened because of my prayer? If she survived, he has come to kill me. If she dies, my prayer kill the people. Hey, friends, we could not see her pain. She was suffering so much. By your grace, God has relieved her of her pain. I said, hey, Mahatma, you are cheating yourself. A person who is in coma never suffers. A person who has to pay the bill, he suffers. How long now? What will they do even living? See, it is better. Remove the tubes. Ram Nam Satya. Therefore, if we have to learn and look at our life, if we have some problem, it's good. We are still alive. And when the problem, this is a storm, nobody dies. We are still there. Therefore, it is said in our scriptures that last life we have done some mischief. Therefore, this life she is again your wife. Now, if you don't behave properly with her, next life again she will come. Karwa Chauth. She won't leave you. Then behave properly. So idea is we should think in such a manner that our thinking should be a solution and not a problem. This is the purpose of studying scriptures. Then this is with reference to the gross body. Therefore, when the diseases see the body dies, therefore all the bodies are living in the diseases. Now the second body, the mind or the subtle body. What are the diseases of the subtle body? Diseases are kama, krodha, lobha, moha, mada, matsarya, desire, anger, greed, frustration, jealousy. These are the diseases of the mind. When all the diseases of the mind are over, no disease, that mind also dies. Now, this we have understood. When the gross body dies, the elements go back to their source. Now, come to the mind's death. When the mind dies, what happens? Mind minus desire is equal to consciousness. Husband minus wife is equal to man. When the wife has left the husband, who dies? Neither the husband dies because he doesn't exist, nor the man dies, he is still there. Therefore, the real spiritual practice is like, don't take the body elements so seriously. Get out of that wrong understanding. Then we come to the mind or subtle body. Here also, let our life be not fulfillment of desires as the goal of our life. Desires can never be fulfilled. You fulfill one desire, second will come. You fulfill second desire, third is standing in the queue. These desires are only maintaining our personality. If you have no desire, you are one with the divine. And if you are one with the divine, you are happy. See? What is the misery? Misery is, Swamiji, please pray for me. What for should I pray? I should get married. I am not getting married. I said, यार मैं भी फेल हो गया, तुम भी बाबाजी बन जाओ. See, my friends, desires are the only virus which kills us worse than corona. Coronavirus is corona, don't do anything. Desire is karo. You do this, you do that, you do this. There is no end to it. Therefore, spiritual practice is freedom from the desires. It's so important. Then how should we live? Ishavasya Upanishad tells. First step, we have to change our cataract. We look at the world from a different standpoint. Change your standpoint. The Upanishad tells, Kurvanne veha karmani jiji visheshatagam sama. See? Live 100% every moment. Not live for 100 years. Live every moment 100%. The day you get this principle in your life, you have learned everything in spirituality. Wherever you are, whenever you are, whatever you are, be 100%. That's it. See? Now we are sitting here listening to, hearing. Who is listening? Hearing to my talk, and then the host and the hostile and the hostage, they will be thinking, now so many people have come, I have prepared this thing, will it be enough for them? I hope nobody comes more. And here Bhagavad Gita. So at this moment, neither you are a host, nor you are a hostile, nor you are the hostilities, nor I am a hostage. Now, at this moment, we are only the student of Bhagavad Gita to learn. In a fraction of moment, everything disappears. See, my friends. And for that, the vision has to change. Om Isha Vastyamidam Sarvam Yatkincha Jagatyam Jagat. Everything is Paramatma, God. Now, when we recognize something as an altar of reverence, we don't desire, we surrender. Therefore, when this is the attitude with which we look at the world, then tena tyaktena bhunjitha. Our life will not be indulgent. Whatever is required is achieved. But there is no end to the greed. In this world, there is enough for the need of everyone. But the whole world is not enough for the greed of only one. We have to recognize this. See, friends. Then, Kasya Dhanam, everything belongs to him, what we have created in this world, including our own body. With what arrogance we move in this world. See, our body we have not created. Our body doesn't listen to us. And yet I am the body. And we consider ourselves to be, we are the people of free nation. We are slaves with our body identification through the wrong notions. See, friends. Now this property belongs to her. Now if I say, this is my house, she will call police, chor aa gaya. See, friends. Therefore, what really we have created in this world, the body is not ours. And everything in this world is in relation to the body. Therefore, Bhagavad Gita tells, Shariram kevalam karma kurvan napnoti kilvisham. If you are hungry, want food, it is in nature. It is natural. But you are hungry, but I want only dhokla, otherwise I will not eat. Then the samsara begins. See, friends. If you are feeling cold, then yes, you want something to cover yourself. But no, I want that particular brand, or else I will not put on. Samsara begins. If you are thirsty, yes, you want to take water, please take water. No, I want Coke. You are in samsara. See, friends. Therefore, the real problem is this virus, desire, contaminating our complete system. And desires are fivefold. Desire for the ears. I want to listen only beautiful classical music. Hey, I don't like that. I want to listen to the disco. Dung dung dang dung 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 dang dung. And then the fight between them. The old man wants to listen to the classical music, and the youngsters want to listen to the ding dang dang. And satsanga begins at home. See, friends. Obsession about anything is samsara. Now, one simple principle I'll tell you, recognize and catch it properly. Colors and forms are many. Vision is one. Now, where are we? When I see green color, eyes don't become green. When I see white, eyes don't become white. When I see blue, eyes don't become blue. When I see red, eyes don't become red. When I see a lady, eyes don't become feminine. When I see a wall, eyes don't become inert. In short, illuminator is not influenced by anything that is illumined. This is the thumb rule. Now, recognize, where are we? I like only red color. You must be communist. Then, I like yellow color. Yellow, yellow, dirty fellow, I don't like that. Now, both these people, those who like red color and those who hate yellow color. What is the logic? We consider ourselves to be very intelligent people. And under the influence of the personal likes and dislikes. Therefore, what should be the spiritual practice? Get away from the objective world, come back to the source, the sense organs. Then we live in this world like everybody, but we don't get influenced by the world. See, friends, when we get influenced by the world, our mind is suffering from the disease called desire. I want this, I don't want this. I want this, I don't want this. What is the logic behind it? No logic. See, my friends, so when be attentive. So the disease of the mind is desire. When the desire disease is completely eliminated, like the gross body dies, same way the mind also dies. Now the question comes, what is the death of the mind? We have seen what is the death of the body. Body doesn't die. It is disintegrated, going back to the source. In the same manner, when the mind dies, means what? It is going back to the source. So what is the source of the mind? Source of the mind is consciousness. See? Today I was ironing my clothes. That is my spiritual practice. That is my meditation. But only my clothes. Lata Amma said, Swamiji, do more meditation. She gave her clothes. I said, no, only my clothes. See? So, the lungi is spread on the ironing box, this table, and then you see so many wrinkles on that. So, these wrinkles hide the beauty of the cloth. Here, most of you don't put on iron clothes. Washing machine to dry machine to the wet man. I have not seen anybody putting iron clothes in this country. Very simple people, shabby people. See? If you go to Europe, if you go to Singapore, China, see how neatly they are dressed. But we are simple people, shabby, Narayan. So, when those wrinkles are there, they hide the beauty of the cloth. Now the question is, are those wrinkles coming from outside? Wrinkles are coming out of the same cloth. They don't come from outside. But they cover the beauty of the cloth. So what we do, we take the iron and move on that. Where you move on that, where the wrinkles have gone. Nowhere. They were never there. They only appeared. Appearance, when you recognize as an appearance, you will not be cheated by that. It was heavily raining outside, and one lady went to her home, knocked the door. Husband opened the door, saw her and closed again. Then she got so angry. Again, very bold way, she knocked the door. Again, the husband opened. Then she said, how dare you close on my face? Oh, it's you. I didn't recognize you. Because of the rains, the makeup was washed and the breakup was shown. Hey, friends, this mind is essentially consciousness. On that, the wrinkles of desires. And therefore, the beauty of the consciousness is hidden behind the wrinkles of desires. Desires don't come from outside. See, friends. Now the question comes, where from the desires come? Now we go to the third body. First body we have taken care of, gross body. Then second is the subtle body, the mind. So when no desires, mind goes back to consciousness. Agreed. Now where from the wrinkles come, the desires come? Now here our scriptures tell the third body, what we call causal body, but intelligent people call it casual body. The causal body means it is a cause. Now what is the cause? Technically it is called as ajnana. Ajnana does not mean absence of knowledge. Ignorance does not mean absence of knowledge. Knowledge can never be absent. Then what is ajnanam, avidya or ignorance? Incompleteness in knowledge. See? I am body is not the problem. Only this body I am, that body I am not. Problems begin. On what ground we say this body I am and that body I am not? No logic, no reason, no nothing. See, it is something like, I look at my both hands and I say, I don't think this is my hand. No, it doesn't happen. See, friends. Therefore, ignorance or incomplete knowledge is the cause of the desires. And when the desires are overpowering us, we get activated into karma or action. So, what is the ignorance or the incomplete knowledge? Incomplete knowledge is that I am incomplete. A sense of incompleteness creates agitation in the mind. See? Otherwise, tell me this simple example, young, healthy, educated, earning well, handsome, and a free boy, why should he think what a life without a wife? Once that virus goes in his head, then wherever he goes, he thinks only about, and such a person, he was attending satsang. When not getting married, attend satsang. So he was attending satsang. And one day he went to one temple and he was standing before Lord Shiva, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. That very time somebody came and gave the hit to the bell. Ten. So he thought, oh, God has answered my prayer, I think. So he looked behind. There was a girl. Aha, I got the message. Because that was in his desire, in his mind. I got the message. And then he finds out some excuse and talks to her. And then, how come you came here exactly the same time when I am praying to the Lord? No, actually, no. My children's school is to be over after half an hour. Oh God, God. Hey, friends, the day you understand this principle, the sense of incompleteness is creating a turmoil in the mind. That turmoil is called as desire in part. Now, what the turmoil does, looks at the things and beings and goes on imagining that this thing or being is the source of happiness, is essential to be complete in life. Without that, what is life? Without a wife, what is life? Once this virus goes into the head of that child or the boy, thereafter, yatra yatra mano yati, wherever he goes, he thinks only about wife, 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 wife. Do you have Wi-Fi here? Sorry, wife, no Wi-Fi here. He cannot think anything else except the wife. See, friends. Therefore, three things we have learned. First, incompleteness in knowledge. What is incompleteness? We are complete. Everything we have, but that notion, I am incomplete. Then, second stage, that source, that object may be a source of happiness. Therefore, whatever we do in our life, we are only seeking happiness. Don't seek happiness in life. Then express happiness. This is the fundamental of spiritual life. But because we have not discovered this, therefore, if I get that, then I will be happy. So, sense of incompleteness, imagination about the worldly things and beings, that they are the source of happiness, this develops a pressure inside the mind. And then that pressure propels us into activity, the karma. This phenomena is called as horsepower in your car. Petrol doesn't move the car. Engine doesn't move the car. When the petrol expresses as a horsepower in the engine, then that horsepower pulls both the petrol tank as well as the engine. Where is the horse and the power in the vehicle? You switch on, horsepower activated. Switch off, gone. Second time switch on, horsepower activated. Switch off, gone. Are there so many horsepowers? Is horsepower an individuality? It is just a phenomenon. See, friends, in the same manner, consciousness expressing through the limitations of understanding is mind. And the mind, because of the sense of incompleteness, desires. And the desire prompted mind is the donkey power in you and me. So the horsepower of the engine and the donkey power of the person, they are synonymous. When your car is switched off and parked, will you go and report to the police, my horsepower has been lost somewhere, kindly get it? In the same manner, when we are sleeping, parked, where is the donkey power? Where are the desires? Where I have to go? What I want? What is good? What is bad? Nothing, because there is no donkey power. Therefore, all these things put together. Sense of incompleteness, projection that the things are source of happiness, therefore getting activated into this, these three things put together, technically called as Hridaya Granthi, the knot of the heart. Vidyate Hridaya Granthi, Chidyante Sarva Samshayaha, Kshiyante Chasya Karmani, Tasmin Drishte Paravare. When our understanding is clear, then everything disappears. Disappears means what? Like the reflection in the mirror disappears for you and me, but for the bird, it is real. We see the reflection, but we don't get influenced by the reflection. But the bird, he gets influenced. How? He is someone other than me. Therefore, the desire, I must kill him. Dvitiyatvai bhayam bhavati. I must find out who is he, and therefore goes and pecking to the mirror. So, oh, he is also pecking me. He is fighting with me. Let me try again. Go on pecking. You may start bleeding. Nothing can change the reflection. But the bird doesn't understand. He goes behind the mirror. Again tries, oh, he has run away. Again comes, again he has come back. Then nothing else. Then he goes for religious practice. If he is body oriented, he will do yoga, asana. And in that asana, Padmasana, he looks into the mirror again. Oh, it's still there. I think this asana is not suitable. Let me do the pranayam, Bhasrika. Oh, still there. It is not going. Okay, let me do the japa. Om Nasha, Om Nasha, Om Nasha, Om Nasha, Om Nasha. Oh, it's not going. Oh, that doesn't help. I think I should do meditation. Then do meditation. And after that also, the reflection doesn't disappear. See, friends, the only way to get out of the illusions is to know the illusions as illusions. There is no other way. Then what is an illusion? Illusion is an experience which appears under n number of conditions. This waking world appears when there is a complete body identification. If there is no body identification, as a deep sleep, where are we? When are we? What are we? And how are we? Nothing. Only this understanding. Then how to live in this world? Karnataka, wherever you are, wherever you are, whatever you are, be 100%. Whatever you are supposed to do it perfectly well. But don't get entangled. What is entanglement? See, I have done so much for my son, but now he doesn't listen to me. For 9 months I carried him inside. You should have carried him on the back. Whenever you are miserable, you are 100% squarely responsible for that. God doesn't make you miserable. World cannot make you miserable. We have to change. The change can happen only by a right understanding. And therefore, when we study Bhagavad Gita, remember, we have to have this Tatparya Nirnay or the moral of the story. So what is said in Bhagavad Gita? See, or what is said in our scriptures? The rule I told you, from the known, the unknown is indicated. Is the rule. I don't know him, but I know him, then he is his son. So what I have understood? But yes, kind of imagination I understood. Exactly the same way. What we know the world. Okay. What we know who are we? Husband, wife, brother, father, etc. Then what we know about the God? Oh, God is above the clouds. Then what is the spiritual practice? Kurute Ganga Sagar Gamanam Vrata Paripalanam Athava Danam. That is religious practice. And what is God realization? All the time in the Shambhavi Mudra. This can happen even by liquid spirituality also. See, friends. Therefore, these are the areas we know. From these areas, we have to discover the unknown reality that we are. Therefore, in the 15th chapter, Bhagavan first gives what is this world. So he says, Urdhva Mulamadashakam Ashwatam Pravaravyam. The whole world is exhaustively explained in first two verses. Then in the third verse, he says, Narupamasseha tathopalabhyate nanto na chadir nata sampradishta. Don't try to see the world like a tree doing Shirshasana, Urdhva Mulamadashakam. Don't try to see this. Then, what is this word? Nantona chadir nata sampradishta. It has no beginning, no middle, and no end. This we have to clearly understand. Now be attentive. This statement, beginning, middle, and end, apply on something in this world and find out. So take for example the space. Where from the space begins? Don't know. What is the center of the space? Don't know. What is the end of the space? Don't know. Okay, understood. But is it not our experience? Do we have the experience of our birth? Nobody has. Do we have the experience of our growth? We don't have. When somebody tells us, uncle, please come and sit. Then that uncle, don't call me uncle, call me bhaiya. Arey bhaiya. Nobody experiences that he is growing. Third thing, none has experience of death. So nanto na chadi narisam pradishta. This is our story. It has no beginning, no middle, no end. Then what is this world? You can do nothing. Then asanga shastrena durena chitva. Do not get unnecessarily too much involved in this world. There was a great saint in Bombay. His statement is so simple and beautiful. All those who have tried to save this world, so many saviors of the world were born, isn't it? All those who tried to save this world, they were shaved off. The world has always been like this. You cannot improve this world. See, friends. Then what is to be done? Asanga shastrena durena chitva. Remain, live with everybody, everywhere, 100%. But when you live, live 100%. Life becomes so simple. And for that, God has given us one gift. The gift is the ability to forget. Take money from somebody, forget. You will not suffer. Did I take from you? But I don't remember. We all are carrying the burden of the past memories. I will, today is Ram Navami, na? I will give you mantra diksha. If you want to take, if you take. If you don't want, who cares? See, put your right hand on your left heart. And today is, say after me, April 17th, 2024. April 17, 2024. April 17, 2024. Now, how to practice this mantra? You are not going to talk anything that has happened in your life before this date. Now try to talk. Swamiji, yesterday, again you are going back. You had nothing to talk. Therefore, we told you the simple thing. Before we talk to somebody, ask a question to yourself. Is it necessary to talk? And what we talk? The same date passed. Where are you from? Where were you born? But why were you born? And how were you born? Is it necessary? No need. Friends, those who rise above their past, they are not interested in anybody's past. This I learned from great Mahatmas. I was but you are talking about our past, about this I'll tell you. If you have learned from your past, it is not a burden. Like in our childhood, we have touched the fire, we learned that fire burns. Is it a burden? When we learn from our experiences, that is spiritual practice. So when I was with him for so many years, in all my stay, not even one day he ever asked me, I am from where are my parents, what is, whether I have studied or not, which place I belong to, what is my mother tongue. Not a single question, not for a day or two, lived with him for more than 30, 40 years. Never a single question. That time I learned this principle. See, friends, slowly you will start living in the present. And when you live in the present, you have to be happy. Otherwise, जाने कहाँ गए वो दिन. See, in our childhood back home, standard in our parents, dialogue. Back home, when we were in Chennai, it was so nice, and we used to climb on the tree and play and all that. So the grandchildren will take, uh, Dadaji, you had a tail also that time? We don't understand. They are not interested in our past. What do we have other than the past? See, the net result is because of this thing. We are insulting the present. Suppose somebody comes to my place and I say, oh, you are come, please come, sit down. And I ask him, hey, how are you? And I don't even wait for the reply. Again, I go out to the door and want to see. Then after 5 minutes, I come again. Hey, everything is fine. How are you? Again, I go out. I don't even wait for his reply. So he's surprised. What happened to Swamiji? Why is doing like this? Then he will ask, Swamiji, what is the problem? No, there is no problem. Some important person is coming. Meaning what? You are not important. Those who are all the time living in the past, they have insulted the present. When you insult the present, you don't get Bharat Ratna. You get kicks. And the kicks are frustration. Learn to live in the utter present. You cannot be happy yesterday. You cannot be happy tomorrow. If you are happy, you are always in the present. And therefore, this Mahamantra which we gave you, try. Don't talk anything what happened in your life, good or bad, before 17th April. Wait a minute, it's not over. Tomorrow the mantra will change. You have to update the mantra. 18th April 2024. How simple life becomes. You are all happy. This is God. Are you happy because you got something? You are just happy. It's so simple, my friends. Therefore, asanga shastrena drudena chitva. Don't try to get involved too much in this world. This world has always been like this. Don't get involved. Therefore, pretend as if you are like you are doing now, pretending as if you are listening. The day you learn this, this is what we call Karnataka. Natak karo. Then the second thing is what is spiritual practice? Kurute Ganga Sagar Gamanam, no. Agre Vanni Prushte Bhano, do lot of tapasya, not taking food, standing on one leg, taking cold water bath of Ganges in the month of December. Don't torture yourself. The first spiritual practice, Nirmana Moha, Start playing. What will be the experience if I am other than the body? I'm not telling you any data. You work yourself. First of all, in our dream and deep sleep, are we anyway connected with our body? No. Therefore, where we are, when we are, what we are, all the problems gone. But we are still there. We never experience our absence. Nirmana moha. So start playing. Mana is measurement. So we have measured ourselves. Date of birth. That means before that I was not there. Time factor. Then the size, 4 feet tall, 6 feet wide, the space. Then weight, 1 ton, the object. So we are an object measured by time, space, and object. Nirmana moha. Start playing what it is like being other than the body. Right now, we'll do an experiment. This thing I got today, which I'm telling you fresh. First of all, 2-3 times I'll demonstrate and then you will all do it. I will chant first, let us say Sri Ram, Jai Ram loudly. After that, 2-3 times, then I'll chant in my mind Sri Ram, Jai Ram. Then after that, I will chant still slowly inside the mind. That few times, again go still deeper and deeper. And ultimately, you come to the experience of being space like, no form, no shape, no modification, no nothing. We attain experience of utter absence. That which is present in the absence is the truth. This way, from the gross to the subtle. Gross are worldly objects. Sense organs are subtle. Worldly objects are many. Sense organs are one. Sense organs are 5. Mind is one. Mind has got likes and dislikes many. I is one. I is present only in the waking, not in the dream deep sleep, but the life is still there. So from the I, we come to the life. And life is an expression of Chaitanya in the body. We come to the Chaitanya. This is the GPS. So how do we start? Nirmana moha. And for that, this technique. Now chant the step you remember. First, Vaikhari, Sri Ram, Jai Ram. Then stop. Then in your mind, while you chant, you also hear your own chanting. Then you go still deeper. You chant so slow in your own mind that even you cannot hear. Try this. Start. Sri Ram, Jai Ram. Sri Ram, Jai Ram. Sri Ram, Jai Ram. Now go within. You are chanting and listening. Now you will stop listening, go still deeper in yourself. Chanting is just happening. There are no efforts. The chanting is so subtle that even that is not heard. There is complete absence of everything. But we continue to be in the absence of everything. Efforts are zeroed, body is still, breathing is so shallow and slow that as if the air is moving within the nostrils. Now slowly take deep breath few times. Again you will see the body identification is happening. Awareness about the place where we are, what we are, is becoming real. This is the spiritual practice Bhagavad Gita tells. Then who is doing this thing? So we are told we are the soul. There is nothing like soul. Like there is nothing like husband. Reality is man. Husband is expression of the unlimited man through the limitations of the wife. So when the unlimited is expressing through the limitation, it has to suffer. If you have got your shoe one number less and you put on that shoe and walk, how beautiful it looks. Why? Because our foot is bigger than the shoe. In the same manner, the man is infinite, but he has put on the shoe of the wife, has become finite. Therefore, all the time frustrated. Okay, okay. And therefore, always praying to the Lord. You are not going to your parents' place for so many years? Go. Slowly you learn all these things. So simple it is, friends. Then there is nothing like Jiva or the soul. Like light, electricity expressing through the bulb is light. So light is not individuality. It is expression. In the same manner, life is an expression of the divine. Light cannot happen in the wall, only in a particular instrument. In the same manner, life happens in a particular instrument. That instrument is you and me. Slowly, slowly, we learn. Life wise, we are all one. Mind wise, we are different. Liking, disliking wise, we are different. Choices wise, we are different. And as much we support the differences as the life for prosperity, to that extent we suffer in life. Give yourself zero choice, you will be happier than the happiest. And this can happen only if we remember where we are, when we are, what we are, be 100%. There cannot be a straight message more appropriate than this from Bhagavad Gita. Arjun was on the battlefield during the war. He has to be a warrior. But instead of that, he became grandson, disciple, brother. In the same manner, we all have to play different roles. Play your role perfectly and be happy. ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरिः ॐ श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ॐ